Right now, as you watch this, there is a 1 in 3 chance that something is living inside your brain. Not bacteria, not a virus, a parasite. And it is not dormant, it is not sleeping, it is actively changing how you think, how you perceive risk, how you make decisions, and you have absolutely no idea it is there because it does not want you to know. If you own a cat, your odds of being infected jump to nearly 1 in 2. If you have ever cleaned a litter box, ever let a cat lick your face, ever touched cat feces, even accidentally, you could be carrying it right now. There is no test you can easily take, there is no cure, and the most disturbing part is this: once it is inside you, it is there for life. Meet Toxoplasma gondii, the parasite that might be reading this script through your eyes right now. Toxoplasma gondii is a single-celled parasite, and it has a very specific problem. It can only sexually reproduce inside one animal on Earth: cats. Not just big cats, any cat, your house cat, a stray, anything with whiskers and claws. The parasite lives in the cat's intestines, reproduces, and its eggs are expelled in cat feces. Millions of microscopic eggs in every litter box, every outdoor cat dropping, every contaminated garden. These eggs can survive in soil for over a year. When a rat comes along and accidentally ingests these eggs while foraging for food, the parasite hatches inside the rat's stomach and begins its journey. But here is the problem. The parasite needs to get back inside a cat to complete its life cycle, and rats are terrified of cats, instinctively, deeply, evolutionarily hardwired to avoid anything that smells like a predator. A healthy rat will flee at even the faintest scent of cat urine. It is survival. But the parasite does not care about the rat's survival, it cares about its own. So it does something that sounds like science fiction. It hacks the rat's brain. Once inside the rat's bloodstream, Toxoplasma travels directly to the brain. It does not go to the muscles, it does not settle in the organs, it has one target, and that is the brain. Specifically, it invades the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing fear and threat response. Then, it gets to work. The parasite forms cysts, tiny capsules of itself nestled inside brain tissue, and from those cysts it releases proteins and chemicals that fundamentally rewire how the rat perceives danger. Studies have shown this in labs over and over again. You take an infected rat and expose it to cat urine. A normal rat will panic and flee to the farthest corner of the cage. An infected rat does the opposite. It walks toward the cat urine. It investigates it. It is attracted to it. Some infected rats will even rub their faces in it like they are enjoying the scent. The fear is not just gone. It has been reversed. The thing that should trigger the most primal terror now triggers curiosity, even attraction. The parasite has turned the rat into a willing meal. When a cat eventually catches and eats that rat, the parasite completes its life cycle, reproduces in the cat's intestines, and starts the whole process over again. Brilliant, horrifying, and it does not stop with rats. Humans are not the intended host. We are what scientists call an accidental host, but that does not mean the parasite does not affect us. Conservative estimates say over 2 billion people on Earth are infected with Toxoplasma gondii. 2 billion! That is nearly 1/3 of the global population. You get it the same way rats do. Cat feces, contaminated soil, undercooked meat from infected animals, unwashed vegetables. Once it is inside you, it follows the same path. Bloodstream to brain. Cysts form in the exact same regions: amygdala, prefrontal cortex, the areas that govern fear, decision-making, and impulse control. And here is where it gets disturbing. Scientists have been studying infected humans for decades, and the data is unsettling. Infected people are statistically more likely to take risks, more likely to start businesses, more likely to get into car accidents. A study in the Czech Republic found that people with Toxoplasma were nearly 2.5 times more likely to be involved in traffic accidents. Why? Because the parasite seems to dampen the sense of danger. Another study found that infected individuals score higher on measures of impulsivity and lower on measures of rule consciousness. Entrepreneurs and business founders show higher than average infection rates. Is that because risk takers are more likely to own cats, or is it because the parasite makes you more willing to take risks? No one knows for sure, and that is the terrifying part. There's more. Some studies have linked toxoplasma infection to increased rates of schizophrenia. Others have found correlations with anxiety, depression, and changes in personality. Infected men tend to become more introverted and suspicious. Infected women tend to become more outgoing and warm. Why, the parasite releases dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter tied to reward, pleasure, and motivation. The parasite is not trying to help you. It is trying to manipulate you in the same way it manipulates rats. It wants you to take more risks, to be bolder, to lower your guard. Because in a rat, that increases the chance of being eaten by a cat. In a human, well, humans do not get eaten by cats. But the parasite does not know that. It is still running the same program, the same chemical manipulation, the same rewiring. You just happen to be stuck with the side effects. And here's the part that will keep you up at night. Most people who are infected never know. There are no obvious symptoms, no rash, no fever, no warning signs. The cysts sit quietly in your brain for the rest of your life. You can get a blood test if you specifically ask for it, but most doctors will not test you unless you are pregnant, because toxoplasma can cause severe birth defects. For everyone else, the parasite just lives there, silently, influencing.